Hello and welcome to another episode of the Midnight Technician, or I guess the first episode of it. So this is a clip from the live stream. Um, you can find a link to the live stream in the description below. And this was just the technical, I guess, showcases and bits about it. I will also have a setup guide that I will also link in the description. So if you want to check out the project, I'll also link that in the description. Other than that, make sure that coffee cup is full, and let's dive on in. We're using Java 25 as our, as it is the new long-term LTS. So I want it to be at least modern with this video. So we're using the latest Java. We're using Spring Boot's latest version 4. Right now, as of this stream, it is milestone 3. So, and then we are also we're taking advantage of Timeleaf for our front ends engines or our front end bit. We're taking advantage of honestly, I don't know TypeScript, so I'm just using straight up JavaScript. Uh, we're using Kafka as or going to be using Kafka as our messaging queue. We're using Sentry as our logging agent, so everything that we issues, we get that tracked to Sentry so that we can get some analytics and whatnot in back. So again, there's the shared document just simply has all the data transfer objects or DTOs. It has a couple of pieces of models that are used between them all, such as device types. For, when we're registering new devices into the database from the front end, and some ticketing statuses, just more or less an enum so that we keep consistencies. There's a separate ticket module. The ticketing module takes care of things related to creating the ticket, viewing the ticket, and things of that nature. So this is also a way where you can explore a modular uh, project. That being said, the shared project is, and I'll put together a README at some point, kind of explaining how to do this. But the the shared module is actually added through Git. Um, so it is just a Git submodule add, and then um, you provide the link or the Git link, um, whether it be the HTTP or the SSH, I believe you can also pass through here. But either way, it'll add it in. It'll take care of creating um, the Git modules, and theoretically, if you just clone the project, everything should be preloaded through Git module. Um, but yeah, so services takes care of, it's more of a feature-based design than a MVC, whereas here we keep all of the customer-related things in one thing, so the actual model, the controller, the repository, and the service layer. These all, um, and the beauty with Spring is also to show young developers that want to just toy around um, and get their feet wet. This is also to show you just how easy it is to map things to databases. So, for example, this has a mixture of databases actually. I'll have to get the second one set up, but the services module, um, this uses a Postgres database to which it maps all of its information. And I just need to copy that, paste that. So that's super secure. And you can see here where it's got um, customers. You can see where we got some mock-up or some just data here for For customer data, we have some mock-up employees, which uh, we also have services that we offer here: destroy, re-image, backup, diagnostics, hardware upgrade, and on-site tech. Uh, Simple things that can be updated actually, thanks to IntelliJ, kind of right here. So all you have to do if you want to change anything is just strictly change it. Like we can make this here $75 a re-image for some reason, and you just hit the little plus arrow or the little up arrow, and done. Now we've just changed our database. IntelliJ makes it incredibly easy. Not that it's a sponsor, but if you're not using it, you're doing something wrong. We also have user profiles here, which again, these are just quick little database views. The other, and this is all through the Postgres database. The other one that we have is MongoDB to show you a non-SQL database, something that you can just essentially pop a JSON into. That is in the ticketing service. The controller is just very generic for right now. A lot of this is very, very, very early. Again, I kind of hacked this all together in a couple days. The idea is I'm going to continue to add to it, continue to build with it, continue um, to work on it, and hopefully I can inspire or encourage other developers to take a swing at it as well. Maybe clone it, fork it, make their own thing. Maybe make a pull request to, you know, connect with me, make your own pushes, uh, improve on what I have. So anyway, the ticketing system makes use of MongoDB. Um, Apparently, when you get it running. So in here, you can find everything in relation to it inside of the ticket. This one is more of an MVC kind of flow than the services one. That was intentional, just to show uh, the difference between the two. However, this way would be the kind of the preferred way from developers that I've talked to um, with the MVC. So this one here, again, just exposes some endpoints, takes care of paging so that you can scale up what you want to get. So you're not getting the entire database in size. You're just getting, say, up to 15 at a time in my case here. And as you can step through into the service layer here, this one here is transactional. So it's all or nothing. If something fails, the whole thing stops and gets rolled back. Spring Boot takes care of all of that. Again, Spring Boot is definitely a Java developer's like must know. If you don't know it, um, I advise you to start learning it. I've got an earlier video on that, Spring into Java, where I've made a basic video, or a basic tutorial series on an open source project as well. And yeah, you can also see where we have our service ticket model. So when we're modeling something here in Mongo, we just simply tag the class itself as a document, and we tell it which collection it's going to be a part of. In our case, like the database table, if you will. And then from there, we need to tag which key is which field is the ID or the primary ID, followed by all of the information that we want to provide in here. All of the fields will be listed in a JSON format, so it makes it very simple to make things of just like lists of objects versus having to make a separate database table and then making relational fields and connecting things together. And MongoDB as a NoSQL database makes it a lot easier um, than the traditional headache that most of us are familiar with. The services that I have here are sequences. So these are just Midnight Technician sequence. This is how um, we keep track of creating, for example, new tickets. Where are we at here? There we go. Minimized. Jeez. Yeah. So here's where we take advantage of this. So when we go to make, un, unlike simplicity in um, a Mongo or a Postgres database where you can get things to auto increment easily. I found that this one here, I had to come up with another way to do it. So instead, we keep track of a specific sequence and then just get it and increment it ourselves. So into the sequence generator here, I just created a MongoSeq, and I also created a couple others for ticketing, for devices, and for service notes to be implemented later on as we go. Um, is the backend has a Docker file or a Docker Compose file that you can use to spin up the two databases, the Mongo and the uh, Postgres. And from there, you should be able to just run the services module, and then you can run the uh, ticketing service or module. That's essentially two microservices, if you will. There's one kind of core services microservice, and then I've made a ticketing microservice as well, and I'll make a few others from there. So here you can see I've got 4 devices listed. I can click on here, and I can tell it I want to add, I don't know, my wife's phone, Samsung thingy. I can't remember what kind of phone it is, but we're going to submit this. It's going to say device has been successfully registered. I'm going to refresh the page. Boom. I got 5. So in here, thanks to TimeLeaf and Spring Security, in the header aspect, there's the Midnight Technician that you saw. If you happen to have the owner role, you'll see an access to a link that goes to ACP that I haven't built yet, but is essentially an admin control panel for them versus this is going to be changed into more of an employee, I guess, or a management dashboard. Management. The idea was to be able to give management a way to view employees and whatnot. And then, of course, um, I wanted to add another one for just regular employees so that they can have a way to view or like get to their, I guess, control panel, home panel, dashboard, whatever, like where the technician would essentially see all the tickets. And then down here, I just have on the right-hand side, either log in or register or log out. It makes things super easy. I have everything done up in fragments for a very easy object-oriented sort of flow. So I simply just, thanks to TimeLeaf, just tell it to replace this entire div with this entire div, for example. And rerun my website. Go to here, log in. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Look at that, here I am, logged in, great. And the two service tickets I have are there. My CSS and front end is not my strong point, so thank God for TimeLeaf making stuff easy. This whole thing is using TimeLeaf in the front for the engine, Spring Boot under the hood power and everything. And if you enjoyed that, then I stream every morning, roughly around 8:30 my time, which is 7:30 Eastern. That helps your time. If you liked it, you can subscribe. You can be notified when I go live in the mornings. Join with me, have a chat, drink some coffee. If you want to join our Discord community or the Discord community, link is going to be in the description as well. You can get a join the community, be a part of the be a part of our chat, and maybe put your 2 cents in. Help out, put a little support into the project. And if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. Remember to keep your curiosity sharp, your coffee cup full, and I'll see you in the next video.